Hi, this is Rich, WB5YBZ. I'm going to talk about how I mounted my Poe to wood stockade fence or telescopic Poe to wood stockade fence. I think the way I'm going to show you is the best way to keep from, maybe if you have to take it out using a small or 3-inch screw like this, is I had a clamp on there and I'd pull it out, take the Poe down and put it back in, and of course being wood it sort of puts a strain if you take the screws out back and forth a lot and may not be as strong. So let me just sort of show you what I got. I think it'd be very helpful, and thanks so much for watching. Let's go over to the parts list.
What I did is I went over to Home Depot and got a 2x4 by 4 foot long, just a piece of board, and tried to make sure I didn't have very many knot holes in it. That's not really good. And Home Depot actually cut it to 1 foot sections, so I had 4 of them. I also bought this 1/4 by 20. That's the inside threads, and it's about 1 inch long. And this is a little insert that you put in your wood. I think I used a 1964-inch drill to drill 2 holes for my clamp down here that I could put this insert in. I used an Allen wrench, I think it's 1/4 inch, to turn this. Some of them use screws, but I used a 1/4 inch. And then I had 4 3-inch wood screws, coarse thread with number 2 Phillips on there. And I drilled a hole just really smaller than this for 4 holes in here. And then I put this onto the fence 2x4. I'll show you in just a second. I also got a 1/4 20 inch, 1 inch long stainless steel machine screws that would go into the center of this area right in here. My clamp for my pipe is about 1 3/4 inch in diameter. So I used this galvanized pipe hanger strap I got at Home Depot as well, and it works great. Now let's go on over to the video.
Well, hi, this is Rich, WB5YBZ, and I was wanting to show you how I mount my telescopic Poes to my fence. Let me back off so you can sort of see this. What I did is I take 2 wood screws similar to these, so it would go in probably about another 1/2 inch or so, or another inch or something like that, into the fence behind it, the 2x4. And I put 4 of these in here on both sides and screw down. Now what I did is I put a insert in here, and what I'm using is this silver stainless steel bolt. Now the stainless steel bolt won't rust. This is steel. They have some that are brass, and they have some that are stainless steel. I didn't find stainless steel. I think this is just steel or something similar to that. But what you do is you drill this hole. This is 1/4 20. You drill a hole on the inside. It's 1/4 20. Outside it has threads, and I think I used 1964 drill to drill that. Then if you can see, this is sort of hex. What I did is I turned that, and then what you call break the thread, so back it up about 1/2 turn or 3/4 of a turn, and then I make another turn, back it up. And when you get so far down, it sort of breaks where you can't turn anymore, but a little Allen wrench works with this really well to get this back in here. If I was using this to use a clamp for my Poe, this little C-clamp, if I use something like this, going in and out, pretty soon the hole would probably wallow out and these would not work. I'd have to move it over or something. But using these steel screws with the insert, I should have plenty of life on this particular thing and be able to do this. Now for my purpose, I've had a U-clamp just the top, and it worked fine. But I just wanted to show you this little insert with a steel screw instead of a tapered wood screw. I think it's going to work wonders. Okay, so I've got the clamp on, screwed it in with 2 metal machine screws. I have a little grommet here for my coax to go in the pole, up to the pole. It's also going down to the ground here, and it's got a little hole in here that it goes down to. I also drilled some, I guess, little holes here for water to come out because it comes down the telescopic pole, and if it's getting mud in here, it just doesn't come out and water sort of stands. This is sort of pushed up against that. I also put 2 screws here going into the fence, and it's only 24 feet high. It goes up to my birdhouse up there, which actually has my ballon inside the birdhouse. Okay, I have 2 of these. One's here. I tied a wire around there before I bolted it. And then I come down this way. I don't know what's that, about 5 feet. Come down, and then I have another 2x4 for support. And then the pole makes its own hole in the ground. It's not that heavy, but it gives it a little support. And then it goes up to a real birdhouse that's about 24 feet high.